Alright, hi everybody. I'm very excited to start that new series on marriage. I think it's going to be great because marriage is really the most important work in our life. It's the primary source of happiness and sadness also. Um, but it's really what we're created to do, is to work on becoming one with another human being. It says that God created the world to give good to another. So if God created the world to give good to another and we have to emulate Him, we need also to give good to another. And ideally it should be that relation between us and God. God gives me good and I receive, and then I also give good to God and He receives from me. It's a relationship that God has created. He allows Himself to receive from us. That's His greatest gift. And but in order to practice that on a real level, we need to practice that first with our wife or with our spouse. And if we're successful in doing a real job with a real human being, then we can be assured that it will work also with God. Some people think they are so close to God and I love God so much, but when they interact with human beings, then they are not really able to have a real relationship. So therefore, what their relation with God is not real. It's not complete. You can't rely just on that. You will know if you're a real giver to God if you can really give to all people. Alright, so enough introduction. Let's start with our first tool. So I call it tools because tools, I learned from my Rebbe, we need, from the Mesilas Yesharim says, we need tools and special special techniques or special plan and structure for us to be successful in our life and fighting the Yetzer Hara and growing closer. So we have to create our own tools. So the first tool for a marriage, to make our marriage better, more loving, more powerful, so it's knowing that the first thing you need to know is that when you get married, that's when the real problem starts. Of course, sometimes it happens before already, but when we get married, what happens is that we have two completely different human beings trying now to become one. And there's a lot of things in between that prevents us from becoming one, and therefore we have that fight to become one, because there's that desire to be one, and we need to remove all the things that separates us, and that's where the problem comes. So the problem is not something bad. The problem is normal. It's healthy. It's there actually for us to work on becoming one. So, but we should not go into our relationship, in our marriage, or getting married with thinking, yeah, everything is going to be perfect, everything is beautiful, there's going to be no fight, everything. No. You have to go with the acknowledgement and the clarity that there's going to be problems, and those problems are here as an opportunity to become closer to each other and to love each other more, and to create a balance in our giving and taking. So this is what you should go in your marriage with. Problems or fights are not, doesn't mean, oh, she's not my soulmate, doesn't mean, oh, I chose the wrong person. Problems and fights means that there is here an opportunity for us to become one and to love each other more. If we take every problem that comes at the beginning of marriage and during our marriage as an opportunity to create more love, then our whole marriage changes. And each time we resolve the problem, then there will be more and more love increase, because each time you remove the barrier between the two, then finally they can unite more. That's why I always say that the greatest love comes after taking care of a fight or resolving a fight, because you have been waiting to become one, and that problem prevented you from doing it, but then you were able to solve it, and now there's even more love than before, more unity. So that's the first important thing. You need to know their problems are going to be on the way, and here's opportunities. And how do you make sure to resolve those problems? How do you resolve those problems? First of all, you should read a lot of books on marriage, but more important than that, the most important thing is to know one. Actually, you know what? We're going to keep it as the second tool um, for the series because it's a thing in its own. But one should be aware of what one's going to need, the tools that one need in order to resolve the fights. So reading a lot of books, and in the second series we're going to pick up choosing a rabbi or having someone external help us take care of it. Thank you, and see you soon.